People buy Bluetooth speakers for a variety of reasons. One of the most common is being able to play music in places they normally wouldn't. We've previously taken a look at a range of solutions, all with a portable form factor and all performing rather well. Regardless of where users want to play their music, with the Divoom Voombox-party, the speaker's name clearly reveals its intentions. Divoom's VoomBox-party is a portable Bluetooth speaker which ticks many of the desirable boxes. It's splash resistant, has 8 hours of battery life, NFC, quick pairing Bluetooth, speakerphone capabilities, and enough range to stream from across the house. Priced at around the $120 mark, the VoomBox-party packs in two 2-inch full-range drivers, along with an active 3-inch subwoofer and 2 passive radiators, boasting 20 watts of total output power. Opening up the box, users see two things: the VoomBox-party speaker itself, alongside an accessory box containing a 3.5mm audio cable for times when Bluetooth connectivity is not used, a micro USB cable used for charging the internal battery, and a small user guide. Available in black or silver, the VoomBox-party features a sleek anodized metal chassis with a rubberized outer shell. It's rather well built, even if the design isn't the most revolutionary thing you'll ever see. Saying that, it's also bigger and heavier than you might expect, weighing in at a hefty 2.5 pounds. The front grille houses not just two 2-inch drivers, but a centered active 3-inch subwoofer. In reality, what's being referred to as a subwoofer here is more like a regular woofer, but it's still rare to find 2 active stereo drivers and an active dedicated bass driver. The rear panel also houses dual passive bass radiators, and both front and rear combined make the VoomBox one of the more powerful Bluetooth speakers out there, especially among other portable units of a similar size at least. While most of the outside of the unit is taken up by speaker grills on the front and back, the top, bottom and sides are all covered in shock absorbent rubber, providing some drop and bump protection. Control buttons are recessed into a single band of rubberized silicone consisting of power, Bluetooth, phone and volume controls. Although visually pleasing, the recessed design makes it nearly impossible to tell what you're pressing without direct visualization, a slight annoyance but not a complete deal breaker. Finally, on one side of the unit, a rubber flap can be opened to reveal the micro USB port used for charging the internal battery, as well as a standard 3.5mm audio jack for times when Bluetooth is not used and a direct wired connection is needed instead. What the VoomBox-party lacks in terms of fun looks, it more than makes up in build quality. Not only is the speaker IPX44 certified shockproof and splashproof, it just feels generally tough and robust. Of course, this does add considerable weight though, and the speaker certainly feels a lot heavier than it looks. Also note that due to the completely symmetrical design, it's easy to place the speaker upside down, hiding the controls, or back to front, making it sound completely different. Again, a slight annoyance, but one that results in an overall sleek and professional look. Pairing to a device is a simple affair involving turning the unit on, pressing the Bluetooth button, and then either pair the device as normal from any smartphone or tablet, or tap your NFC-enabled device on the NFC logo on the side of the speaker. Alternatively, the covered 3.5mm audio jack provides the ability to connect to a wired device as well. The VoomBox-party's sound signature is in line with many of its competitors. Bass and highs are boosted at the expense of mids, making the speaker well suited for the kind of music you'd play at a party. Those shopping for a speaker to play orchestral music or dreamy indie rock at low volumes in their office should probably look elsewhere. These genres often sounded veiled and lacked definition. The subwoofer, being the key differentiator, is hard to judge objectively. The 3-inch woofer certainly moves a lot of air. Bass hits hard and can be felt when standing close to the speaker. This effect fades as you move away from the speaker, which is to be expected from a woofer of this size. Nevertheless, I did find the boomy bass was a little fatiguing for extended personal listening and did not perform too well with songs that have a lot going on in the low frequency range. On the flip side, it makes the hard-hitting beats of electronic tracks sound great. The biggest problem with the Voombox-party's sound is how directional it is. If you're listening to this speaker at your desk, you'll hear a drastically different sound depending on whether the speaker is on your desk at elbow level or at ear level. In a large room, the sound is similarly affected if you stand, sit, or move around the room. The speaker loses a lot of its room-filling punch if anyone is standing between you and its drivers. With regards to volume, the Voombox can get rather loud, but that volume comes at a price. Near max volume, the full range drivers seem to outpace the tiny subwoofer, resulting in a thinner sound. The opposite is true at near minimum volume. The subwoofer ends up dominating the music. Nevertheless, while it does a good overall job of sounding bigger than it actually is, the speaker tends to sound like someone threw a blanket over a much better speaker. This is a common issue we see with rugged speakers. The seals necessary for the IPX44 certification do a great job at keeping water out, but adversely affect the sound in the process. Taking around 3 to 4 hours for a full charge, the battery performance is dependent upon the volume and type of music being played. The manufacturer states around 8 hours of constant usage, although we actually pushed towards the 9-hour mark during testing. Rather impressive. So the Voombox-party delivers substantial bass response for the price, with the caveat that the bass gets dialed back on certain tracks at higher volumes, usually ones with plenty of low, mid or low frequency content. Priced lower than many of its competitors at $120, even less if you shop around, the Divoom VoomBox-party isn't flawless, but it certainly packs a surprising punch. Add to that its durable build, and for those looking for something within this price range, the unit is a steal. The low price doesn't do anything to improve sound quality, but if the IPX44 rating, a solid overall design, and good portability are important factors for you, the Voombox-party is certainly worth checking out.